Hi, I am a citizen of the United States, and I'm making this video for Dr. Prasad Bapat of Pune, India, of the Om Ayurvedic Clinic. I just finished a 9-week treatment of Kshar sutra, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. So first, some history. At 25 years old, about 14 years ago, I had Crohn's disease, a mix of ulcerative colitis and Crohn's. Ended up in the hospital. This is only 2 months of being sick. Was literally on my deathbed. My intestine perforated, so that required emergency surgery. And they ended up removing my large intestine. It left me with an ileostomy for about 6 months, as they did a bit of reconstructive surgery called a J pouch. So that took 3 surgeries altogether. Never quite healed right. An infection had eaten its way out of that area through the muscle tissue, and about 2 years later discovered all of that as that infection made its way to the surface, resulting in fistula. Over the next 5 years, had 4 more surgeries to fix that. All of them failed. Loaded with drugs, Acecol, Pentasa, Prednisone, Cipro and Flagyl, right, antibiotics, painkillers. My health was not getting any better, and the surgeries were not working. And the surgeries had their own risk. You're under general anesthesia, which has the risk of death, and risk of permanent incontinence, which I can't even imagine. So after 7 surgeries altogether, and as many drugs as they could possibly prescribe, realized that my health was not improving. And I walked away from Western care at that point. For this, right? Not for everything, but for this, I knew there had to be some other way, some way that actually restored my health. So I changed everything about my daily habits. Right? I wanted to do that first. But researching online, I read about Kshar Sutra, but it was in India, right? And only in India. So that was a really long way to go in my mind at that time. So I did everything I could on my own. All organic diet, exercise designed around health, right? Not the abusive type that we kind of enjoy for physique and for athletic development, but exercise for health. Qigong, Tai Chi, meditation, yoga, things that really restore the body. 7 years of this, no drugs, no surgeries. Everything improved in my health, in my body, with the exception of the fistula. It never went away. And after 7 years of really dedicated, disciplined, healthy living, the fistula actually started to get worse. This is just a few months ago. It started to spread. And at that time, I'd only had 1 external opening, but you could feel it on the move. It was getting worse. And there was only one option. There's only one option. And at that point, my wife was totally on board. She said, okay, let's make this happen. We have to get you to India. And that was my only goal, was to come back a healthy person, right? The success rates on Kshar Sutra in published medical studies, 95 to 98% successful. That's a cure. That's a cure. Unheard of in medicine for any single treatment to be that effective and across a wide range of patients. It works. It works. So I knew in the back of my mind for 7 years that this was the place to go, but I wanted to try to fix it myself. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Everything else got better. Fistula did not. So I made my way to India. Um, it was a productive challenge to get here. You need a passport, visa, travel plans, somewhere to stay. And this all took research. I'd never been to India before. But it was worth it. It was worth it. I wanted to be the father and the husband that my family deserved. And this was the only place on earth that had the cure for what was plaguing my body. So I made my way here. Surgery for me, again, just didn't have the answers. My venture into natural health was very convincing to me that this treatment, using herbal medicines and they're coated on a thread, so you put the medicines right where they're needed, inside that tunnel, which does not heal on its own. It needs medicine. It needs some type of dedicated care and attention that surgeries back in the U.S. Failed to address. So I found Dr. Bapat online. I had sent letters all over India looking for information, looking for help, looking for treatment, and I heard back from quite a few. But after speaking with Dr. Bapat, I had, it was clear I found the right guy. He was compassionate. He has a great passion for natural medicine. Terrific experience. He runs his own clinic, in fact, 2 of them. And he spoke to me. He spoke to me and was very reassuring. And we had a good relationship right off the bat. Once I found him, then it was easier to make my travel plans. I knew what city I had to get to. It's only about 3.5 hours by cab from Mumbai National Airport. Again, so easy to get to. And Pune is a very modern city in India. Lots of building, lots of progress, terrific shopping, groceries, organic foods, all the things that I needed to live. Again, in a place that I thought might be a little overwhelming, being in India for the first time. I wanted to be in a city that provided some comfort, and it was exactly what I was looking for. So I met with Dr. Bapat, and within the first 2 days in India, I had MRIs, CAT scans, X-rays, all using contrast dye, and blood work for maybe 1/10 of the price of the US in 2 days, right? No appointments. He called, said, go here, go here, go here. Tomorrow I'm going to have all these reports in my hand and we're going to start treatment. And that's exactly what happened. Those tests help, right? The doctors see exactly where that tunnel goes, exactly where it branches, exactly what it's doing. And that determines the treatment. So up-to-date tests are important. Doctor should know exactly what's going on inside. And again, part of what I really like about Dr. Bapat is he uses a mix, right, of ancient techniques and modern techniques to get the best result. Right? Use everything that's available to get the best result, which is health. Right? The goal of health, the goal of cure. This is different than many other parts of the world. The goal is drugs. The goal is surgery. The goal is never ending. The goal with Ayurvedic medicine is health. But you can't dismiss all the other useful tools that we have developed with science to make this all possible. Half the procedure was done in Dr. Bapat's clinic. At that time, now there were 3 external openings. From a month before, there was 1. I knew it was getting worse. By the time I got to India, a month later, there were 3. So he determined from all the tests that there would be 2 threads needed to cover the tracks that were there. 1 thread he was able to do in his office, and the other, he said, it was a complicated fistula track, tough to navigate. So he said, we're going to go do the second half tomorrow in Pune Hospital with a live x-ray machine where he teams up with another doctor, and they can see exactly where this tunnel goes and watch that procedure happen on a live screen and ensure that it's done correctly. And only because it was a difficult tract. Otherwise he could have done it in his office. But like I said, he uses everything that's available to get the job done. So they did. So within 3 days of me arriving in India, 2 threads were in, the treatment had started. And that's the magic day for me. Once the threads are in, you visit Dr. Bapat in his clinic once a week, and he replaces those threads with new ones, which maybe takes 20 minutes. The rest of the week is yours to enjoy India, to travel, to adventure. My personal journey, I wanted to walk as much as possible. Dr. Bapat recommended walking as it speeds up the process of the threads doing their job. So why not, right? If that's going to help in any way, then my main goal every day was to walk. In 3 months, I have covered 200 miles. It's around 300 kilometers. I walked all over Pune, all over. And I did that all week. And again, once a week, you go back to the clinic, he puts in new threads. The procedure itself is not painful. He uses a local anesthetic while he puts the new threads in. Monday night, there's a little soreness. And then Tuesday, I was able to walk maybe 2 or 3 miles. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was walking up to 7 miles a day. Now you can travel anywhere you want. That was just my idea of adventure. I love walking. And walking in a new place like India was just magnificent. The streets of India are alive. I don't know how else to explain it other than just being here and being on the streets. They are alive. High energy, a lot of activity, a lot of interaction, people everywhere. And the people here are beautiful, The colors, the friendliness, their dedication to helping you. Enough people spoke good enough English, and that's my fault for not knowing the language of a country I'm going to. And it was totally fine. I didn't know any of the language here. There's Hindi and there's Muslim here, and I didn't know any of the native languages. And I did fine. They know enough English. Some are terrific. But anywhere that you go to get help or ask how to get somewhere or where something is, if they don't know, 6 more people come up to help. And they gather around, and between them, they will figure it out and help you. Walking for me was a real gift. And you could walk in a particular direction forever. And when you wanted to get back and you were tired, within 10 feet was an auto rickshaw, a little 3-wheeled cab, open air. You'd hop in, and wherever you are, they could take you home for like $1 or $2. Cheap, fun. You could take them everywhere. Every day would take them somewhere, either back from my walks, or if I need to go to a grocery store and carry back groceries I didn't want to carry by walking. They're everywhere. They're everywhere, and super cheap. One of the best ways to get around the city, hands down. So 9 weeks. The longest tract I had, the fistula tract, was 9 centimeters, and this treatment works about 1 centimeter per week. Right on the dot. 9 centimeters took 9 weeks. And there were 2 tracts, but the other one was shorter, and they're running concurrently, right? They get treated at the same time. So it's just a matter of how long the longest one is, how long, on average, that treatment takes. So a few weeks ago was my 9th and final treatment, and I am currently fistula free. This is an amazing thing, an amazing thing. After 14 years dealing with fistula, they are no more. They are no more. I have a few weeks left for all that tissue to heal, right? So it's healing. Everything's good. Doctor has given me permission to go back to the U.S. and be with my family. Everything looks terrific. And so I'm making this video to hopefully encourage anyone suffering from this awful, awful, awful condition to find the help that you need. India is the only place in the world that this treatment is being given. It was invented here. Again, Dr. Bapat does not dismiss what's available today, nor does he dismiss what's available thousands of years ago. It's a mix, right? All the best tools possible for your case in particular. And he makes it happen. He makes it happen. Dr. Bapat makes his own medicines, his own herbal medicines. This is a guy after my own heart. A dedication to natural healing, a connection to nature, a connection to life, a connection to spirit. Truly a magnificent, magnificent doctor. I am in deep, deep gratitude and debt to Dr. Bapat for everything that he's done for me. I am feeling terrific. Last night, actually a few nights ago now, I slept through the night. 7 straight hours. I have not done that in 14 years. Maybe sleep 2 hours, 3 hours at the 3 hours at the most without having to get up. 7 straight hours. I woke up literally a new person. Rested, energetic. I didn't need a cup of coffee to get going, which I've had for years now. Just so tired without sleeping. My health is improving dramatically day by day. And again, my health had improved quite a bit up to the point I came to India. The fistulas were a constant source of infection. Your body's always fighting infection. That takes resources, that takes energy. So it's not all available for you to use. And for the first time in 14 years, my body's not fighting infection. It's just healing. So I'm taking it easy. No more big walks, but just a few small walks, a mile or two, just to get blood circulating and continue healing. Maybe a few more weeks at home, this thing will be completely healed, and I have my life back. I have my life back. It's an amazing thing, an amazing thing. So I hope any of you out there that are looking for encouragement, looking for health, looking for a cure to fistula, Dr. Bapat has some incredible answers for you. He's a gifted, gifted doctor. And get in touch with him. Get in touch with him. Talk to him. And once you understand what he can do, get yourself to India. It's not hard. And it's a beautiful place. It's the adventure of a lifetime. You will never forget it. You will never forget it. So I hope this does you some good. I hope this gives you hope. I was without it for quite a long time. Dr. Bapat gave me my life back, and I can't thank him enough. And this hopefully is a repayment for all the things he's done for me to help other people suffering get to India and find treatment. Find Dr. Bapat, get here, and get your life back. Get your life back. It's worth it. It's worth it. You'll have your entire rest of your life to enjoy. So do it. Do it. All right. Thank you, Dr. Bapat. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you. And I hope this helps. Thanks.